the whole idea of, like, for instance, like the strictest areas of Buddhism is to completely dissolve all the action in the mind. So making no ripples, pretty much.
Referring to no thought.
Referring to no thought, referring to no...
And this can be achieved through meditation?
Meditation, yes. And this isn't what my plan is. Because, I don't know, it's just... It's a life thing, you know? I'm not going to stop these thoughts. I've already accepted that.
I enjoy thinking.
I enjoy thinking, too. But for some people, Buddhists that embark on this kind of thing, yeah, the whole idea is to essentially stop the rolling of the mind. And so what's said to be there is that karma is no longer generated. Basically, the rolling snowball that was gathering that snow, and it's like almost like you stopped feeding it snow in a certain way. You stopped clinging onto thoughts that arose and then reacting to them a certain way at all, and you just see the thoughts. You basically see everything as illusion. That's the whole idea. And then so what happens then is
anything external as an illusion.
And the external, internal, doesn't matter. Difference between external and internal, illusion. Anything of form whatsoever is supposed to be seen as illusion. And so when there's no reaction to anything that's happening whatsoever, that's when there's said to have no karma in the mind. You've burned off all the karma. And so what happens then if there's no karma? Well, that's enlightenment. The term nirvana, you ever hear of like attaining nirvana,
Absolutely.
Attaining enlightenment? That's a Buddhist term. They call it nibbana in Pali. Sanskrit is nirvana. Pali is nibbana. So
okay.
You remember how I said that language difference? But so when you achieve nibbana, the term nibbana even means, like, it translates to like being extinguished. You're extinguishing, meaning
transcending.
You could say it that way. In their view, it's even more so of completely extinguishing all karma. It's like the karma was a burning candle, and then you just finally put it out. There's no more form that is clung onto. Therefore, a person is completely liberated in the mind. There's no more suffering, yada yada. This is the nibbana that Siddhartha Gautama, which is known as the Buddha. Apparently there's a lot of Buddhas, but that's kind of known as the Buddha in the West. But Siddhartha Gautama was that's his way. That's his method, essentially. He's like, do all this shit, stop attachment, stop clinging to the mind, and everything will be completely limitless because you will not identify with any thought at all. And even the thought of self, obviously you're going to see through that. Yada, yada, yada. So then you're just like this, almost like a perfect mirror of nature, essentially.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the idea. So you would flow in perfect harmony with the universe because there's no concept that you build called you. Because you're not separating yourself from nature and the natural world. That has attributes, that clings on to certain thoughts and ideas and feels emotions based on them and has a reaction and behaves based on that reaction. And this is complete transcendence of human nature. That's the goal of Gautama. Yeah, no, it is an insane goal.
Conquering self.
It's conquering everything. That's why I said, I'm not going on this journey.
but how? What if you're referring to trying to satiate fundamental human needs? Referring to taking a piss, going to get something to eat. Like those thoughts are going to arise. Oh, I'm hungry. Those thoughts
are going to arise, but there will be no identification with them. Meaning they're just going to happen. Behavior will happen. After Gautama was apparently enlightened or whatever. He walked around and he taught people. He did things. He ate food. He drank water. He went to the bathroom. He shat. Talked to people. It's not like he was just, shit, he's a fucking statue now, man. He literally turned into a tree. No, you
hear about that guy? He's a tree now.
It's not like that. I would think of it more like this. Remember how we were talking about flow states the other day? The most highest flow state you can possibly imagine, that it doesn't even seem, it's not even, you don't even think of it as a flow state just because it's beyond all conception, and you're just in that forever. That's how I view it. Because the whole idea is everyone says about nibbana, or what Hindus call moksha, it's the same thing, except while Buddhists see it as complete dissolution, complete extinguishing of self. The Hindus see it as transcending reality to merge with ultimate nature of reality, the Brahman that we were talking about. That's what moksha is. It's dissolving into the Brahman.
So you're not gonna, in theory, you're not gonna have desires. No more suffering from the desires.
Thoughts of desire may run up because you're a biological machine. But there will be no sort of suffering. There's no attachment to that desire, even if your behavior carries it out. Let's say you don't get that desire. There's not going to be any suffering because you were never attached to it in the first place.
Wow.
You see it all as illusion. Even the pain, the suffering, all of it.
That's so hard to imagine in the West. It's so hard to imagine.
It's so hard to imagine in the West. Because for one, it almost seems like it's fraught with dispassion. And I feel like a lot of people in the West look at that and they're like, wow, turn away from everything human just to become what? Non-human? Like, it sounds scary. I admit, it sounds scary. It's intense. It's a completely new idea. And people that don't understand, like, the term enlightenment or nirvana or moksha and stuff, they have this different idea of them, just like, yeah, they just feel one with everything. But, like, it's like, no, dude, the mind is literally, like, beyond everything.